my new Magellan looks like when installed. Bottom left corner is in kilometers, but the default was miles. So if you're American and you or Canadian and you like miles better, it's available there. I kind of panicked when I started driving because I'm used to seeing my speed in the bottom left corner. So then I clicked on here. I clicked on the bottom left corner, and actually gives you a choice. You can choose from any of those selections. You can choose to see, time to destination, or your remaining distance, or your speed. One thing about the speed is that I don't know why they added that, number after the dot. Kind of like shows you the fraction of a mile or kilometer. I'm not a racer, right? So it's a bit distracting. So the screen could have been a bit brighter, because right now it's at the maximum setting. See on the right that little icon with the bulb and the speaker. That's where you go to change your speaker and brightness settings. And right now the brightness is at 100%, so which is not very good. This one is an interesting icon at the bottom right corner. You see an icon with a fork and knife and gas pump. I never had that on my previous units. Basically, this tells you what points of interest you can find at the next freeway exit, and you can choose to show them on the map, or you can just use this look for that icon, and it only shows when you're on a freeway. The installation was unnecessarily too complicated. There's a whole bunch of levers and joints there, and the instructions are totally inadequate. In the manual. The manual is like 5 pages thick, and I was sober, and it took me maybe 30-40 minutes to find the proper position, and which would make the unit steady. And still, if I touch it with my hand, it still shakes a little. And I find that because I have this kind of rolling dash here, which kind of slopes, I found that the unit was at its steadiest when I tilted it forward a little. See how it's tilted? Now, as far as the position goes, I myself prefer to have it on the right. See, like over here. So I can reach it with my hand, but at the same time it does not block the actual highway. So right now, see, all it's blocking is just the grass, right? I can even see the shoulder, and if I lean forward a little bit, I can see my fender mirror. So I want to keep that unobstructed, and I think you should too. One thing about the maps. The maps seem amazing, very detailed, very accurate. Like on a freeway, this thing would even show me that little turnaround, that cops and tow trucks use to go from, let's say, south lanes to north lanes on a freeway. It shows there. It's amazing. I see all the street names. I'm really happy with that. Of course, the only a big drawback, and one thing I was hoping for when I was buying this, I wanted to get a GPS with that could help me with my EFTA reports. That Red McNally I had before had that, and it would show you how many miles you ran into each state. It was really handy. So this unit is $100 cheaper. I got it at $299 at a TA in Nebraska. So now I have 30 days to decide if I want to pay extra $100 and get the Red McNally, the new 720 unit. But this one comes with a lifetime map and the traffic updates, and I love that. See that little icon just above the speed? That's where you can find information about any construction or something like that. points of interest, it's also different, like, you know, to look for a point of interest. Basically, if you are used to one type of a GPS and you're switching to this one, it's kind of like switching from Mac to PC or back. It's like, I love it. It's you always learn something new, and it's different. You know, all these little tricks. This is kind of a special promotional unit at TA and Petro. So automatically it shows you all TA truck stops and all Petro truck stops. And of course it has the Bluetooth, that icon on top of the top right there, top right corner. Now, good luck trying to get rid of it if you don't use the Bluetooth, like I don't use. Now, last remark is that registration is tricky as well. They could have made it simpler, and the manual is just a joke. And there's no CDs, nothing. I couldn't even find the product manual on their website, because I think this unit is too new. It's September 2012 now, and this just came out a couple of months ago, and still they don't have the manual online. I sent an email from their website to the technical support asking about the lifetime map updates, and I was surprised there was an answer. Basically today, this morning, I sent the email yesterday night. This morning there was a reply with detailed instructions how to activate that lifetime map and traffic updates. Turns out, you know, you have to download the content manager first and then register the product from inside the content manager, so that the content manager, that program, you know, activates kind of this subscription. If you do it online, it doesn't work. So they basically erased my registration, and the email said now you have to you know, do it again. So all in all, it seems like not a bad unit, except that it doesn't have the miles in the state. The manual totally sucks. The brightness could be better, but the maps are great. And the installation, yeah, that's, you know, arm there, 20 feet long. Could have been a bit simpler. I don't know what the engineers were drinking with it when they designed this. But one benefit, of course, of that arm is that you can set it up as close as you want to yourself, you know. So I don't know. I'm going to use it for a couple more weeks maybe and see how it behaves in big cities especially. But this thing, of course, it's a truck-specific GPS. So, you know, by the way, first thing you do when you set it up is you enter your, you know, your rig dimensions. So for sure it's sending you on the, you know, truck-approved routes, and that's a big, of course, big plus compared to regular GPSs. So if you're a trucker and you're serious about your work, I suggest you look into this new Magellan commercial unit, Magellan Roadmate, lifetime map and traffic updates. This is all for today. This was Sergey Dranchev from somewhere in Kansas.